Good morning, everyone. This is Horsepower coming at you with the third installment of my ongoing weekly segment, Propped Up. Today, we have something from a show that is near and dear to my heart, The Owl House. First off, before we even get to the prop, this box. Just look at this box. It is gorgeous. The intricate silver line, it's based on the portal door from Owl House, and you'll see why in a second. But it's very intricate. I love the silver detailing, the filigree, as it were. And it's from and Dana Terrace has gone on record saying that a big inspiration to her was Hieronymus Bosch, but Bosch ain't doing nothing like this. This is just look at that. I never keep the box, and I kept the box for this. Anyway, so what is the item in question? It is the portal key. This unassuming little device, when you click the eyeball, like that, will summon a door to another realm. A realm of demons and witches. Used by the human Luz, Noseta, the witch Ida the Owl Lady, and even the evil Emperor Belos, to cross between realms at their own will. But no, it's, I don't know, this is just a very nice piece, and I love keys for some reason. Like, that's the weird thing about this, is I love keys. You know, Davy Jones's key from Pirates of the Caribbean 2, the key to the cupboard, an Indian in the cupboard. I just love those like really old timey, big, chunky keys. I actually had like a really nice black iron key that I got at a Renaissance fair back when I was a kid. I hope I can find that again one day. And why do we love keys? Because, like, I'm not alone in this. Keys are pretty popular iconography. Like, the papal seal is crossed keys. Sabriel, the book series by Garth Nix, the motif of the anti-necromancer abortions is silver keys, which I think is supposed to be like, oh well, they're the gatekeepers of death. You know, they keep the dead in. I think part of it is that it represents a secret. You know, it represents a lock. You know, like a key is something that gives you access to a secret, a treasure, something that is of value to you specifically. The permanent resident at the hotel I work at even once said to me, "You know who the most important person is by the number of keys that they have." And it's a dated idea, but it is such a good one though. And Owl House is such a fun show too. It's got an amazing aesthetic. Like this is so like just this very, like it's a mix. It's like it's as if you were to take the painting, like like I said, they're based. The art style is heavily influenced by Hieronymus Bosch, but it's also, in its own way, comforting. It's got a very autumnal feeling to the world, and it really doubled down on that in the first episode of the 3 1-hour episode season 3. Thanks to them, which might be the best episode in the whole series. It's just so perfect. Just bellissimo. It's got that. It's got all that stuff you want. And anyway, keys and like the Owl House portal key, they just represent sort of that. Well, old-fashioned keys especially. they represent that kind of escapism, both figuratively and literally, because you can imagine what a key goes to, and it can take you all kinds of places. You know, I wish I wrote these in advance. Excuse me. This is actually the fourth time I've tried to record this now. I keep going off topic and rambling and saying stuff and saying stupid things. But, as anyone who is an Owl House fan knows, this was a very serendipitous thing. Well, piece to pick today because the final episode of the whole series, Watching and Dreaming, is today. Airs today. I'll probably be buying it on Google and watching it that way. And I also wanted to take this time to advertise the magazine that I'm helping edit. I am the co-writing mod for the Owl House fan magazine, Heartstrings, a Rayne fanzine dedicated to Ida the Owl Lady and Rayne Whispers. Now, for those who aren't familiar, Ida is voiced by Wendy Malick, who is an absolute delight. And, the character was custom made for her, you can tell. It bridges the motherly character she played in, or the motherly yet sassy character that she played in Emperor's New Groove, with the very, arrogant and selfish character she played in Just Shoot Me. And then you have Rayne Whispers, voiced by the incredible, I believe their name is Avi Roke? I'm not entirely sure. Anyway. And they are the head of the Bard Coven. And they are in. Despite being the head of the Bard Coven and being a master of every instrument in the Boiling Isles, they have inexhaustible stage fright. They will trip over themselves at being forced to speak to more than 3 people. So, when you have a super confident character and a super shy character, it's just a very fun dynamic, especially when you have a thing for them. And I think that this zine is very important because, one, it's about 2 characters who've been kind of, or at least one character who's been kind of pushed to the side. Rayne is Ida's love interest, but they've been kind of, due to Disney's tampering, not against Rayne specifically, but just against the show in general, because it's not episodic enough for Disney. Rayne has had to be kind of pushed to the side, and so that more focus can be put on Ida, Luz, and King. And I don't know, it's just a bad experience all around, but that's what makes this zine so important, because it's a chance for people who like these characters to get more content of these characters, And I really like the work we did with the zine. The art is phenomenal. The people are amazing. The writing is just benissimo. So good. And also, it is a nonprofit, okay? We are not taking a single cent. After production costs, everything else is going to charity. The Marsha P. Johnson Institute, and a charity dedicated to giving aid and resources to trans African American youths. And that is a very, no one in this no one in this magazine wanted a paycheck. We are all doing it so much blood, sweat, and tears. Like no money is going into my hands. No money is going into the other writing mods' hands. No money is going into even like the head creator's hands. The only person who's going to be touching any of the cash is the finance mod, and they're going to be using it to pay for the making of the products, and everything else is going to the charity. So like even if you don't specifically like Rada or even don't even like the Owl House, I implore you to please consider giving this a chance and ordering one. You might like the writing. I can vouch that it is very good writing because I've had to read it multiple times. Um and I can definitely vouch that the art is just gorgeous. And uh I I don't know what else to say really. Obviously you could just donate to the charity up front if you'd rather. Or, if you're a monster and don't like trans people, you could, I don't know, go support J.K. Rowling, whatever she's doing nowadays, trying to sell Ichabod. Uh, no, I shouldn't be negative. This isn't that kind of show. You are not beholden to anything. But I've put a lot of work into this, and everyone else in the zine has put in 100 times more work than me. So, I'm at the bottom of the pyramid here. And, or no, well, I'd say I'm at the top of the pyramid. How do I say? I didn't do as much work as other people, and I still did a lot of work. Let's say it like that. And I would really appreciate if you would just consider it. If you haven't heard of this fanzine before, just give it a shot. There's plenty of like teasers and stuff out there. I'll link it in the description. I'll also link this into the or link the this into the description. Weirdly enough, I think this is the Mystery Shack is reopening today too. So that's double serendipity, triple serendipity. Mystery Shack reopening. We're accepting pre-orders for the Zine and watching and dreaming premieres today. And like I didn't even think about that when I first started this series. Like the only thing I had planned ahead of schedule was the stupid April Fool's prank with the dumb fireman helmet. uh this I just kind of was like, hey, wait a minute. I have that Owl House key. All that stuff's happening. I should try to do something. And but that's probably why this seems so hackneyed, because it's me trying to justify it, I guess. If you don't like that, I don't blame you. I'm not, 500 subscribers is weird to me. That is 500 more than I ever thought I'd have. Speaking of, though, I am planning on a 500 subscriber special. I have something very weird to try. Not weird, but like interesting to try, and I'm worried, but I am worried about what it might do. Not to me physically, but to me emotionally, to me financially, and to me in a number of other ways. So yeah. If you haven't watched Owl House and you like animation, if you like good shows, good humor, watch that. If you like good art about a witch, or an older witch and her non-binary lover, then go pre-order the Rayne zine. And if you like me, follow me on Twitter at Royce_A_Miller, DeviantArt at Royce Miller Writes, and Reddit at You Arkham Escape Creator. Because for some reason, I still have that, even though Arkham Escape went the way of the dodo. Say la vie. Anyway, that's it for me. Y'all have a great weekend. Happy Easter to the Christians. Happy Passover to any Jewish people who might be watching, and to everyone else. I don't know. Go see Dungeons and Dragons. Have a good one.